and I want you to repeat them after me, okay? Elbow, apple, carpet, saddle, bubble.
Elbow,
Apple, carpet,
Chevy. Did you say Chevy?
My name is David Schechter. I'm a veteran reporter, and now I work for you. I'm taking real people out on the road to get their questions answered, and you're coming along for the ride. This is Verify Road Trip. Football is an American classic that's in crisis. The game teaches teamwork and character, but it's also far more likely than any other sport to give a kid a concussion. And that has parents worried.
Nice. That was a good one.
Jacelyn Myers is 9.
How do you ask her? What do you say?
Can I play football?
And she says, maybe.
Yes.
He asks his mom almost every day if he can play football, but Pamela Jones is on the fence. 0 to 10, she admits she doesn't know a lot about concussions.
I'm probably about a 1 or a 2.
1 or a 2. So let's see if we can change that for you.
For Jason's sake, I hope so.
Pamela says she's got an open mind and she wants to verify this. Should my kid play football? So let's start this trip out with a basic. The brain is jiggly like a jello mold. A hit to the head or even the body can bang and stretch the brain. That trauma can actually cause changes in the brain, leaving it susceptible to more stress and more injury. Pamela and I are feeling a hit at DeSoto High School in suburban Dallas. It's one of the top football programs in America, and Todd Peterman's the head coach.
At the age of 9, do you think I should let him play football?
In my opinion, I think you should allow him to play flag football.
Did a football coach just say no tackle football? Yeah, he did. The coach has his own young son.
Well, the question is, does my 10-year-old play tackle football at the age of 10? That answer is no. You know, there's not trainers around. There's nobody trained to handle concussions that know what it looks like.
It's the athletic trainer who identifies and treats a concussion. The National Association of Athletic Trainers says one should be present at all games without exception. But in Texas, where football is king, schools are not required to have one.
Sure looks like we're spending a lot of money on helmets and computers and balls, and we have 5 sets of uniforms, right? That's
Where's the trainer?
But where is the one who's looking out for my kid?
Before the season, players take baseline tests for memory and balance.
If I'm so terrible at this, how would you know that I had a concussion?
Well,
I'm
we
even
compare.
worse at it?
We compare. Oh, absolutely.
Before and after.
Okay, so let's get back to Pamela's question.
Should I let my son play football?
Yes, but is my answer. I don't think I want my 9 or 10-year-old out there hitting heads with one another, you know, while their brain health is developing. But would I be comfortable with my son here under my care? Absolutely.
Now Pamela and I are at Cerebrum Health, a state-of-the-art clinic where athletes with major concussions go to heal their brains.
Okay, so hop on up. I'll strap you in.
Dr. Brandon Brock is testing Pamela's balance by having her lean toward a dot on the screen.
This is hard.
Come on, girl.
This is hard.
If you're a football player and you have a head and a brain that controls movement, we need to be able to monitor that movement to see if it's functional or not.
From Dr. Brock, we're learning the brain, inflamed with injury, needs time to heal. Continued trauma can lead to a brain disease called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE.
You've got these little inflammatory cells in your brain that when you get hit in the head, they clean debris up. Well, if you get hit in the head, they'll stay on for 2 to 4 weeks clearing things out. If you get hit in the head again during that time, they'll stay on for 16 weeks. If you get hit in the head hard during that time, they may stay on forever. So now you're making inflammation continuously.
We put a warning label on cigarettes. Why wouldn't we put a warning label on a football helmet?
Cindy Fiesel is telling us about her husband, Grant. He played 11 seasons in the NFL. In retirement, Cindy says their life became almost unbearable. He was an alcoholic, impulsive, and depressed.
His speech became stuttery at one point, and he would just say the same thing over and over again.
After Grant died at age 52, Cindy finally learned what caused those changes to his personality. An autopsy proved he had CTE, something that's even been found in the brains of a select number of high school players.
I mean, I know it's a money-making deal. I know I live in Texas. I know a lot of coaches don't want to hear what I have to say. Maybe some people don't even think it's real. I don't know that some people have even heard of CTE. I would just have to say to those people, if you think that I'm making this up, you still have your son, or you still have your husband.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I told you I was a crybaby, but
Me too. Me too.
Do you think I should let my son play football?
Please don't. Please don't.
How are you feeling about that?
It just really made my heart go out to her, and just made me kind of realize that I wouldn't want that for my son.
Our final stop is a visit with Dr. Hunt Bezier. He's the chair of brain surgery at University of Texas Southwestern and one of the NFL's top experts on concussion.
So obviously Pamela is not in the car.
Yeah, she couldn't make it. She had a family thing, but we got to go get this interview.
Yeah, this is the preeminent concussion doctor, one of them in the country, and this is the time we had with him. So I'm going to take her questions to the doctor, and then we're going to show her the interview so she can, process the information.
New research from Dr. Bezier's department shows even at the high school level, repeated impacts to the heads of football players can cause measurable changes in their brains.
The question that Pamela has is, do helmets prevent concussions?
No. They protect against the more violent injuries, but they may magnify the mild ones. Any marketing that says we reduce concussion by X% is nonsense.
Pamela would ask you if she was here, should my kid play football?
12 to 14 is a better age, and I would say there are lots of things you need to know.
And here's what they are. Kids need strong necks to support their helmet and good physical conditioning. Schools must have athletic trainers and concussion management programs. Helmets should be less than 3 years old, and players must be taught the right way to tackle.
Then I think you've got a scenario that's going to be very safe for that child. If any of those things are not right, it's going to be a crapshoot.
Very informative. Very informative.
That's it for Pamela's journey.
Our question was, should my kid play tackle football? What's the answer?
My answer is no tackle football at 9 years old. I verified that.
But she's not against football altogether. On the one hand, Cindy made a big impact on her, but so did the doctor's advice. So she's decided she would let him play if he's older, stronger, and the program is safe.
What age?
I would say about 14, maybe.
So Jacelyn, you might get to play tackle yet, but don't take my word for it. Take hers.